Dr. Nina Pierpont. It's Thursday, September 8th, 2011, and we're here in Falmouth, and this is at Hobart. And thank you for coming to be interviewed. Could you talk about the symptoms you've had since the turbine that's near you went on, and what's happened when you've been there and gone away, like how you know if you have symptoms, if they're due to the turbine?
Since the turbine has started, the predominant thing that I have is anger and discomfort. Mm-hmm. And I try to leave the house as much as I can. Last week I had a week's vacation, and I found that I was much happier if I stayed in the basement. Mm-hmm. And that is the sum of, I don't know if I'm having difficulty sleeping. I don't know it. Mm-hmm. There have been times in last winter when we had nor'easters when it woke me up, and because it was just unbearable. I mean, earplugs, nothing helped. It was just the low frequencies coming through the house, pounding away, and there was nothing that you could do about it. But predominantly, mm-hmm. I don't know that I'm having difficulty sleeping. So overall, I have anger and discomfort in the house due to the wind turbine. And the way I feel about it is that this is a disease that's been inflicted upon me that didn't have to happen. Mm-hmm. And that's the sum of what.
Can you describe more what you mean by discomfort?
Just literally, I'll be sitting in my living room, and I just don't want to be there. But if I go down in the basement, I don't have that same level of anxiety. And the only thing that I can think is that between where I sit in my living room and the wind turbine is just a slider. Mm-hmm. Whereas if I'm down in the basement, I have an entire floor with insulation and everything else, and that dampens out whatever is being thrown at me. Mm-hmm.
So it's discomfort. You feel like getting out of there.
Yeah.
And you feel you said anxiety.
Yes. Yeah. And it's not as if it's until I've been asked to think about it. It's not something that I really recognized. It's just that that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm home on the weekend, I want to leave.
Yeah.
If I'm at home, and like I said, over a period of a week, I found I was much more comfortable being down in the basement.
Yeah. And before it was there, you were
comfortable. No, it wasn't the same way. It was totally, the living room was comfortable.
Yeah.
Being in the house, it's a wonderful house. I mean, we built it. It's it's just what we wanted, and it's very comfortable.
And you were very comfortable being everywhere in the house.
Right. Yep.
Okay. You've had some sleep issues when the winds are really very strong.
Very strong out of the northeast, or whatever the direction is that it puts us directly downwind from the turbine.
How far is your house from the turbine?
1,600 feet, the house, from the turbine.
And we're talking about the Webb turbine.
That's correct.
Which is a Vestas. It's the same as...
It's the same as the town turbines.
Okay.
I forget what the model number is.
Okay. Other than the times when there are nor'easters, when you wake up in the morning, do you feel your normal self in terms of how rested you are and the energy you have?
Yep.
And in general, how has your motivation and energy been?
It's been okay.
Normal?
Yeah.
Regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually get up at 5:30 and go off to work, and that's what I do.
And on the weekends?
I get up and immediately want to take the dogs for a walk, and then come home and immediately want to leave again.
Yeah. So you want to, do you end up leaving the house a lot on the weekends?
Yes.
And that wasn't your habit before?
No. Not like it is now.
Okay. So, no headaches?
No.
No dizziness?
No.
No nausea?
No.
Any feelings in your body of pressure anywhere?
No, not unless, again, if we have the instances where we have direct downwind from really strong wind, the leaves are off the trees, and there's nothing you can do to separate yourself from that thudding anywhere.
So did you have some pressure sensations then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
Just, I mean, in your chest and everything. You know, I mean, you're just being thudded.
Uh-huh. But what did you feel in your chest?
I mean, you know, I mean, it's
like inside your chest?
Yeah, you know it. You know exactly what it's from too. You know, and you know it's synchronous to the downwind impulse that you're receiving from the turbine.
Yeah.
So
what's that feeling like?
It's like I said, it's like pressure. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're having impulses. You know. I mean, they're I don't know if sinusoidal or whatever it is that, you know, if you looked at it on you took an absolute transducer and ran it through and plotted it out and all that stuff, but that's what it is.
Does that affect your breathing in any way?
No, it creates tremendous anxiety and discomfort in trying to sleep.
Mm-hmm. How about if it happens when you're awake anyway during the day? Or doesn't it happen then?
It's probably not as recognizable because, you know, you're being distracted by other things, but, you know.
So you notice it mostly when you're lying down in bed?
Oh, yeah, when you're quiet and you've got nothing else, you know, and you got earplugs in and you're still being, you know, shaken, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's when you notice this pulsation in your chest.
Right.
How did you feel about the turbines before?
They went up?
Yeah.
I was ignorant and, you know, didn't much care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought, well, fine.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like, as I said, you know, if you don't have a disease, you don't know what it feels like to have the disease. So, you know, now I know what it feels like to have the disease.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anything in your ears in terms of ringing in the ears?
No.
No pressure in the ears?
I've never had any problems like that at all.
No pain in the ears?
No.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's it.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'll be 61 Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.